Hey guys, Panzer J back here in Operation Casino Royale. We're up to turn number 5. It's July of 1938. 5.2 for the CCP and 5.3 for the USSR. So pretty short turn, so let's go ahead and get into the CCP portion of the turn. They have $4 to spend. They're going to spend 3 of it on a cavalry and save a buck. No combat. We're just going to sit put where we are. None of our units really attack that well offensively, so it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to move out of Shanghai right now, so we're going to stay put there. So let's go ahead, go into our 1 recruitment roll. So we're down to 3 territories. So let's see what we got. 2, we finally hit. Amazing. Okay, so we are going to add an infantry to Shanghai. Okay, so for unit placement, put the cavalry down there in Shanghai and then add an infantry as well. So I believe, let's see, that gives me how many? Let's see what we got here. 3, 6, 7, 8. So 8. So in Shanghai, we have 8 infantry, 5 cavalry, 2 militia, 2 mountain infantry, and then there's the 2 KMT infantry. For income, they saved a buck, but we don't have any territories that have any value. But we do have the $2 bonus for the railroad connecting us to the Soviet Union. So $3 is what the CCP will have next turn. Okay, on to the Russian portion of the turn. They had $12 to spend. They're just going to spend 5 of it. We're going to do an airborne for 3, and then we're going to upgrade 2 infantry to motorized for 2 and save 7. No combat, not even in Spain. So let's go on to our tech roll. We're going to try for advanced artillery. That's at stage 1, and we need a 7 or higher. A 9 does succeed. So we do hit tech again. So we move artillery from stage 1 to stage 2. Okay, so since there's no combat, let's just get into non-combat. First here in the Mediterranean, we're going to have this motorized. We're going to have this torpedo boat destroyer, an M8, move up 1 to M7. And then for rail moves, we're going to take 2 infantry in Transcaucasia and rail them over to the Far East here in Cheetah. So I had 2 infantry there. Let's see what else. How about in the Soviet Union itself here? I don't think we got much. We're going to go ahead and take the seaplane in Leningrad, put that on map here in A14. I think that's that. No other non-combat. Okay, so let's do unit placement. So we got an airborne, and then we upgraded 2 infantry to motorized. So over here in Leningrad, put it on the card as the airborne infantry, or airborne. And then the 2 infantry upgrades are going to be Smolensk and Moscow. And that should be it for unit placement. Okay, before we get to income, let's do our remaining 2 recruitment rolls. So we've got Mongolia to 4, and then Spain, we're down. We lost Madrid, so we're down to just Catalonia and then the 3 overseas territories. So we need a 4 for each. Okay, so first Mongolia, a 1 does succeed, and Spain, 12 we miss. So for Mongolia, we're going to go ahead and add an infantry to central Mongolia. So add an infantry there. Okay. And that should be it. So income, we saved 7, and we're sitting at 11. So we'll have 18. So 18 next turn for the Soviet Union. Okay, so unit recap. Let's just do a couple of territories. Here in M7, we added a torpedo boat destroyer. So that fleet now consists of a heavy cruiser, 3 destroyers, 2 fleet submarines, a coastal sub, and a torpedo boat destroyer. In the Far East, Cheetah now has a militia and I think 7 infantry. Central Mongolia now has a cavalry and an infantry. Let's see. And then in European Russia, we put a seaplane on map in A14. We have now a motorized infantry in both Smolensk and Moscow, and we added an airborne to Leningrad. So that should be it for CCP and USSR. Turning things over now to Boston, Bruce, and the Japanese.